Today's the big day. We have the season 2 patch notes. Let's get into it. So we've got the new maps. We've got Stash House, Vista, Departures, and Daz House, which is in season. I've heard some very good things about Stash House. The new modes, Horde Point, Gun Game, Snipers Only, Juggermosh, and Bounty, 3 of which are in season. The new weapons, BP50, Ram 9, SOA, and the Soul Render. Battle Rifle and the Melee gonna be in season though. New perk, Ninja Vest. New operators. We got the Walking Dead crossover, so we got Rick Grimes, Laswell, Redacted, John Doe, Black Cell, and Michonne in season, which is going to be a bundle. New events, Horde Hunt, Year of the Dragon, Cryptid Bootcamp. I thought this was Cryptid because of the font in the red map, but it's Cryptid Bootcamp, the Walking Dead mode, Vortex, and Dune. Alright, now we have the big one, gameplay. So they've done some adjustments to core attributes of weapons in Multi and Warzone. Prompted by player feedback and review, they've made some changes. It's more like particular for mouse and key, but it applies to any input, which is good for us control players. They made changes to ADS idle sway, and what that means is when you're ADSing, when you're not moving, your sight will move. But the problem was it did it as soon as you ADS. With this change, it now initiates slowly. It now initiates shortly after aiming down sight rather than immediately, introducing a delay to the sway curve, which is generally 5 milliseconds long but varies by weapon. Sniper rifles are not included within this change, so there you go. After the initial delay, ADS idle sway now gradually increased over a 3-second period before reaching peak speed rather than beginning to full speed upon aiming down sights. ADS idle sway now consistently begins from the position of the player's hipfire crosshair rather than along the sway curve. Overall, this is a W. I've never seen a dev studio put in much work on input on any of this than Sledgehammer and whatever. It's crazy. And then we've got hipfire crosshair sway as well. The trajectory of weapon bullets is represented by the hipfire crosshair position on the player's screen. Previously, the crosshair was influenced by the direction of the weapon, causing the firing direction to deviate from the center of the screen. Today's changes eliminate the resulting compromise to accuracy without sacrificing the weight and reactivity this motion added. Hipfire crosshair will no longer sway from the center while the player moves or rotates the camera. Weapon bullet trajectory is now truly aligned with the hipfire crosshair and thus the center of the player's screen. These changes reward skillful aim. Simply put, where you're aiming is where your bullets will go. They've added new features and made some adjustments. So they've added a weekly category to the challenges widget in the lobby view. Detailed stack comparisons are now available for base weapons in the gunsmith. They decreased the kill feed line duration from 10 seconds to 5 seconds. They decreased kill feed line fade duration from 1 second to 0.5 seconds. Event category is now displayed first in the list of weapon camo. Bug fixes, can read all that. Got some more gameplay stuff here. So, they've added some stuff. They fixed the bug where players were still diving even when they had slide only option on controller, and they fixed that. They've also added a hybrid option to the slide and dive behavior. What hybrid does is you tap only to slide, tap to slide. If you're sprinting and you're pushing the stick in while you're sprinting, and you go to try to slide, you will dive. We've got some health regeneration. So they've decreased the delay before health regeneration from 4 seconds to 3 seconds. It's only a 1 second difference, but I feel like it's going to make a big difference. And they've increased health regen rate from 40 health a second to 75 health a second, so plus 88%. We've adjusted health generation to better match the pace of gameplay. Now, for example, it don't take 5 seconds to heal from 1 to 150, down from the previous 7.7. These changes aim to enhance the intensity and satisfaction of gunfights. The maps, they made changes to surveys in Hardpoint. In P3, you could go inside the warehouse and you could contest the point from the corner of the warehouse. It was bugged and they took it out because of that in ranked, and they fixed it, so it's back now. And they fixed the terminal thing as well, the fucking spawning, so that's W. Melee lunge got decreased. Alright, and for the buffs and nerfs, Holger got a tiny buff. ADS from 260 to 270, tiny buff. MCW, kind of a mid buff, not big but not small. It increased ADS by 25, and they've increased sprint to fire by 11. And they made some changes with the Jack Raven kit. Battle Rifles, Bat Speed got a nerf. Sidewinder got a buff. The SMGs, Striker got a buff. WSP9 got a buff. And Shotguns got a nerf all board. Shotguns got a nerf all over, which is cool. LMGs, they all got a nerf. Well, the NW3 I'm not got a nerf. Marksmen's, the 3 marksmen's got a nerf. And for the snipers, the longbow got a buff. Decrease ADS from 550 to 520. Nice. And the melees, yep. Decrease melee damage all across the board. And the Jack BFB muzzle seems like it got a nerf. Alright, ranked play. So, they made some changes for once. They made changes, but it's not enough. So, for S&D, They've taken out Skid Row, and they've added in Rio, which is W. The hard point, they removed Terminal, which is W, and they've added Rio, which is W, but Skid Row hard point is still in. And sub base is returning because they fixed the issue. And restriction. So they followed through with the GAs. SPA is gone, that was shit powerful. RAM 7 is gone. And the new AR is gone. Ranked is going to be boring if they keep either restricting new weapons or restricting NGA the new weapons. Because it's not fun. We can use the same 2 guns, but let's have some fun once in a while, bro. It's only ranked, it's not like the league shit, bro. Who cares? Anyways, and the SMGs and the one from mid-season and the new SMG. And the XIK sniper is gone. Jack BFB and Bullseye is gone too. And the Ninja Vest is gone, okay. Tac pads are gone too. They've also tuned SR, which is crazy. So when you're starting your rank journey, you will get more SR to help you get into your intended skill division. And then to increase competitiveness of the top 250 and reduce inflation, the amount of SR you lose after losing you will lose a lot more if you're a lot higher than you intend to be. Zombies! There really isn't much here, right? Like, everything's from mid-season. They did buff the ray gun though, which is pretty freaking cool. And they've buffed the Scorcher. And that is it for the multiplayer side, I think. Let's get into Warzone. Or just keep it back. And we have extendable bridges. These are not portable, but rather you can extend or retract them across a gap in the road by using a small control console, one on each side of the bridge. You can shoot at a range if you're far away from it, and you can't melee it too, which is pretty cool. And these are the 11 major POIs. Keep, terraces, graveyard, town, lower, town upper, overlook, colony outpost, pier, lighthouse, winery, gatehouse, ground zero. And they put a little note here, been a bit transparent as to into the whole reasoning behind everything. So let's read this quickly. As you're checking out all the changes we made across the map, we wanted to give you some insight into the design decisions behind them. First off, listen to community feedback and tackle some of the gripes you had, like making lock doors easier to spot, simplifying the complicated underground caves, and addressing some of the previous power positions. As we integrated water around the map, that meant opening some areas that used to be off limits, like the cliffs behind the keep. We also wanted to give the place a bit of a facelift to reflect the passage of time. As 40 years have passed in July's visit and the Connie group has moved in, we swapped up the old World War II helipad and smuggler camp for the new pier and overlook restaurant. The small bay next to Keep is now Connie HQ and used for the operations in the area. We finally got around to adding some areas we wanted to update for a while, like the throne room in the vaults, good luck unlocking it, and the Keep. Drawing from our experience building content in Warzone over the last few years, we put a ton of effort into fine-tuning everything. We focused on making it smoother to pass through the map by reducing the clutter in our interiors, swapping out confusing window textures for closed shutter or blinds, and adding more ways to climb up on the rooftops with our vine ladders. We also did a huge sweep of the ascendants, calling them out with glow sticks or spotlights, and making sure ladders have colors that make them easier to spot. So they've worked a lot on visibility, which is W. The goal was to make the map better than ever while keeping the elements everyone previously enjoyed about it intact. So for those of you who have been here before, we hope it feels like a fresh experience with a familiar vibe. To everyone getting to experience the map for the first time, we hope you have a blast discovering the place. For everyone here at Home Studios, welcome to Fortune's Cape. And Resurgent ranked. So as usual for launch, the restrictions will be relaxed, allowing players to climb into high skill divisions faster than the rest of the population to find matches. They made some adjustments to the public events though. Circle 2 is loadout drop, Circle 3 is fire sale, Circle 4 is restock. Spawn protection is better reduced to 2.5 seconds. Weapon adjustments. Snipers will not down players in one shot in Resurgent ranked. The weapon's maximum damage will be 299, creates a more competitive experience. Respawn loadouts. Loadouts issued to players who are respawning at static, not random. And here are the restrictions for Warzone ranked for Resurgence. Riot shields are gone, all launches, all shotguns, snake shots, dragon's breath and high explosive, all thermals, Jack Purifier, Corvus Torch, trigger action, Maelstrom dual trigger, bird's eye perk, comms vest, all turret ground vehicles, all turret aquatic vehicles, and yeah. So they've broken down how an SR works. Kills and assists, obviously, and you gain SR over the course of each match every time you get a kill or assists, with kills and assists being traded equally to encourage teamwork between squad mates. You'll also receive some SR as each time a squad mate gets a kill, even if they didn't contribute to the kill. To reward high stakes kills and teamwork, SR increases over the course of each match based on the number of squads left alive. At 9 to 17 squads remaining, plus 5 per kill and assist, plus 3 by squad mate. 4 to 8 squads remaining, plus 7 per kill, plus 5 by squad mate. 1 to 3 remaining, 10 SR a kill, plus 7 by squad mates. And the fun and placement SR, top 12 is 20, top 8 is 40, top 5 is 60, top 3 is 80, and first is 100. Just like BR ranked last year, It's got an Apex vibe. You'll be able to see everything in the tracker in game on the top right, and you'll still be visible when you're spectating too, which is cool. When you're spectating an enemy squad though, it will be hidden, so be careful. Death fees. Death fees begin at silver, increasing in SR with each division and applying with every death. So from silver it's -2, from gold it's -3, from platinum it's -4, diamond -5, crimson -6, and iridescent and top 250 -7. So bronze, strap bronze is free, silver's when it starts, it's -10, silver 1's -10, silver 2 is 14, silver 3 is 18, gold 1 is 23, gold 2 is 28, gold 3 is 33, platinum 1 is 39, platinum 2 is 45, platinum 3 is 51, diamond 1 is 58, diamond 2 is 65, diamond 3 is 72, crimson 1 80, crimson 2 90, crimson 3 100, and iridescent starts at 110, and then as you go up to top 250, it'll go up to 280. The deployment fee increases every 300 SR above 10k, so there you go. Okay, for the playlists, Blood Fortune's Keep is pubs, so like, you know, you want to just chill instead of fucking sweating, you can just fucking pub out. So that's this week, and the next week, Mondel's back, but only quads. They made some audio improvements too. Season 2 will see continued effort improving threat-based and game audio with notable improvements including ascenders, audible distance and volume increased, parachute audible distance and volume increased, remove environmental sounds that could be misconstrued as parachutes, reduce enemy parachute inclusion while firing a weapon, and redeploy drone. Players will now hear the intended voiceover when enemies land in the vicinity after using a redeployed drone. Rogue signal public event. That's why a public event that pits players against one another for a minute and a half to be the best at a specified task. To gather the most money, get the most kills, deal the most damage, or open the most loot chests. You'll be rewarded with cash XP in the location of a special reward cache that holds a powerful wonder weapon. And then squad wipe streak for resurgence. So there will be a skulls and sickles icon next to the remaining teams. That represents the number of squad wipes you'll achieve back to back within a minute and a half. It's tracked per match and is added to your main stats. A white flare will shoot up from the last enemy that you kill. It will be visible for around 10 seconds if anyone wants to push you. This is the table in rank play. Okay, Fortune's Keep, mid-season, eradication contract. Investigate any corpse you find. Following tracks to a zombie nest of localized zombie activity. They are infesting the island, destroy the assist, and any zombie HVTs before the contract completes. Zombie power-ups, you got double points, full armor, max ammo, fire sale, loading speed, Zakor, and undead sight. I actually think this is why zombies has no content at launch, because it's all in fucking resurgence of Fortune's Keep. Alright, so this is a health regen delay for Warzone 2. So speed's been decreased to 6, down from 7, and then regen per second increased to 50, up from 40. Ground loot. Weapon builds have been updated in the ground loot. New weapons have been added. Existing weapons have received improved builds. Removed several MW2 weapons and those that came defaulted to burst fire. Danger zone. An icon has been added to the attack map to show the danger zone of an incoming precision. Players in the area are at risk of being damaged. This icon will only show when players are within a close range of the Prezi to preserve the player story of when a player sees a squad driving a vehicle and tactically targets the area they are driving to far ahead of them. Precision airstrike banner radius. Alongside the above, the distance at which players see the existing warning banner for precision on the HUD has had a range increase. Our approach to quality of life for this year of Warzone is that there are no golden geese when it comes to addressing friction points in the current gameplay loops. No matter how long a feature or system has worked in a certain manner, we are reviewing our internal data and player sentiment for outliers, of which the precision airstrike was overdue in improvements to its UX. We look forward to hearing what the community thinks of the above changes. UAV HUD notification. Players will now see a small red outline around their minimap when they are under the influence of an enemy UAV, in order to help better understand when they may be visible or even pushed by a team. Moving forward, our goals for systems always have multiple callouts to guarantee that players don't miss critical information in the heat of a firefight or engagement. Auto-equip durable gas mask. Players will not auto-equip the durable gas mask over the regular gas mask by default. Players can still equip a regular gas mask over an equipped durable in the backpack. Normal gas masks are now automatically dropped when players equip a durable. They're prioritizing the durable, which is pretty cool. Redeploy drone ping. The location of the ping icon for the redeploy drone has been moved to the bottom of the ascender to improve player navigation. Deslocation highlight. The player's desk column appears upon redeployment and remains visible until the player is landed. When the player is landed, the death icon will stay for an extra 10 seconds if the player is landed near the death icon. Lootable grenade. Loadout markers and smoke grenades are now easy to dispose of ground loot. They are now upright and slightly elevated from the ground. This will now match behavior of deployable buy-station grenades when they are on the ground. Auto-equip stow kill streaks. Players will now auto-equip the next available kill streak that is stowed in the backpack if a matching one is not found. Live ping fade. While players are aiming down sights, live enemy pings will now fade away. Stow equipped perk pack. Players can now stow their equipped perk pack. Infill flight path. The infill flight path now lingers for a while following the start of a match. There's a lot of quality of life changes in this, bro. Holy shit. So there's been some changes to Urzikstan. The buy stations have been shuffled, it seems like. They've been updated to refresh the gameplay loop and combat scenarios. The number of buy stations remains unchanged. The Gulag loadouts have been updated, and they've decreased the chance for portal radar and suppression mine by 30% in ground loop. Champions Quest. Progress to reset for this season. Diffuse time has been decreased to 10 seconds after 15, and they've increased job health by 10%, and they've changed the order of elements to beryllium, tritium, and plutonium. They put a little message here. Champions Quest had an explosive debut in Season 1 Reloaded with over 6,500 detonations. We're committed to keeping our nuke chasers on their toes and increasing the potential for enemy diffusers, along with changing up the order of the elements so that the disabling tritium comes second in the element order. We're excited to see if and how strategies change during Season 2. As a reminder, progress towards unlocking a Champions Quest token is reset each month. This achieves a few things, enables an even playing field to attempt any gameplay adjustments that may accompany the update, along with ensuring there's not an overabundance and an exponential increase of nukes occurring as time goes on. The Gulag token has been removed from Resurgence. Well, loot tables anyway. The fog system in Rondell will be present 8% of games instead of 24, and the loot density is smaller. In the smaller or more dense POIs, the loot density has decreased. Weapon adjustments. We've reduced the recoil on all weapons while using them in attack stance. Alright, here we go. So, for ARs, the Ram 7 got a nerf. MCW got a nerf as well. The Holger got a nerf as well, like a tiny one. The Bass Speed Better Rifle got a nerf. The MTZ, the semi-auto damage override has been removed. This weapon now does the same damage in semi-auto as it does in automatic. So I wonder, increased bullet velocity to 600 up from 540. Decreased recoil and gun kick significantly. SMG's HRM9 got a nerf, and they've buffed the WSP9, so this could be a meta contender. And the shotguns have been nerfed all around, thank fuck. And the LMGs, the Pulmiot, the conversion kit has been nerfed. The Attack Evolver got a buff. Attack Eradicator got a nerf. The Marksman's got a nerf. Alright, Snipers. The XIK now one shot's down to the head within its max range. Oh shit, okay. So the max range is 50.8 meters. And for the longbow, minimum damage reduced to 73 from 75. So that bitch got a fucking nerf, okay. The Stinger got a buff, and the knives got a nerf. The melee lunge, and then the Jack BFB muzzle got a nerf. They made some perk adjustments too. So the flex perk had revised audio levels while equipped. Irradiated will now reduce gas damage by 20% up from 10%, allows players to replace unreplaceable gas. With this change, we aim to allow for an adjacent benefit while using Irradiated. Being able to plate in the gas will open rotation opportunities to accompany the fact that plates will still degrade in the gas. We increase the damage reduction slightly. This also helps to align the damage amount to be a smoother calculation for the system. Quick Fix will now correctly begin regenerating health when the player inserts a normal plate. The gas mask health has been reduced to 100 down from 120. The durable gas mask has been reduced to 200 down from 240. And we got a bunch of bug fixes. And that is it. That is it for the patch notes for this season. Man, it's very detailed. There was a lot. Holy shit. Hope you learned something from this. Anyway, that's been it. Like and subscribe to the content like this. And I'll see you in the next one.